Last time we were talking about Woody Kincaid. Update on that?
Oh, Woody Kincaid, yeah. So reached out to Mike Smith, and Mike Smith confirmed that he's currently exploring options of what he wants to do because there is a high likelihood he's going to leave Bowerman. He could still maybe come back to Bowerman, but I think he's kind of taking a break from that group. And he asked Mike if, hey, can I hang out with some of the guys that are training in Flagstaff? And Mike said, of course. So that's why he's been training with some of the guys that Mike trains, the NAU guys. Mm-hmm. There's a photo of him with Drew Bosley as they're going to BU today. So he's basically kind of getting his feet wet, interacting with some other training groups, seeing where he wants to go from there. He hasn't committed to anything.
Yeah.
He's more just kind of figuring it out.
I would guess that means that he's leaning towards leaving.
Yeah.
Right, the group.
He's leaning towards leaving, but he's not. We don't know 100% where he's going to landing.
Yeah.
We don't know where he's landing.
So we have...
And, if you're fast, like, other fast people are just going to be like, yeah, come train with us. There's no downside for Mike Smith to be like, no, I don't want you training with my athletes. They're going to be like, yeah, I want a sub-13 guy hopping into workouts here and there.
Something I've learned, most distance runners like each other.
Yeah.
Because even when they're in different groups, like officially in different groups, they might warm up together. They might cool down
and
together.
And hop into workouts together. Or like the overlap. Like, hey, I'm doing this, you're doing that. Hey, maybe we can do two of our reps together to help each other.
I would wonder if there's a person out there who everyone's like, nah, I'm good.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
That guy?
That person doesn't know.
I don't know about that.
He's like, why doesn't anyone want to cross over workouts with me?
I've been doing workouts by myself for a long time now. Our listeners were on top of it, sent us some emails. Matthew sent us the screenshot of Bosley, like his Instagram, where they're doing a pre-meet in BU, and Woody's along with them. But it comes, amidst this transition with Bowerman, where we see a lot of people leaving. The latest announcement, Amos Bartlesmeyer has left, has joined Union Athletics with Pete Julian, which, Amos Bartlesmeyer, not the first person that many people think when you talk about the Bowerman Track Club. However, it's just another name now. Like the group it was so big before, and it's dramatically shrunk in size. We can throw up the Instagram post there. Start talking about a new chapter, and he's making a change. And then there's been later posts of him at UAC, I think on his page as well. So I don't know. What are your thoughts overall on this?
Well, I think it goes to the whole just like trend of people are leaving. It's not just a one-person situation. And a majority of this, the reason is because of Jerry deciding to relocate to Eugene. And a lot of people just didn't want to do that. And they're right. And like, I think most of these splits are probably amicable. But if you look at someone compile the list, here are the names that have left Bowerman Track Club since January 2021. So basically a year, 2 years. The past 2 years, Kate Grace, Colleen Quigley, Emily Infeld, Vanessa Frazier, Sinclair Johnson, Gabrielle DeBooth Stafford, Lucia Stafford, Mariel Hall, Gwen Jorgensen, Matt Senchowitz, Mark Scott, Amos Bartlesmeyer, now probably most likely Woody Kincaid. It's a lot of people.
Yeah, and some for different reasons.
Yeah, they're not all for the same reasons.
Yeah, I mean, and usually end of the year, okay, contract's up and they move on, or your contract's going to be up and then you move on. But the thing with this is there was a very clear situation that made the athletes make a choice.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to go to Eugene, or you're going to probably have to find somewhere else to train. And I guess since the group is so big, you probably get used to running with a group. So the idea of like, hey, I'll hang back in Portland and then they'll just drive up for some workouts probably is not that appealing. I know Mark Scott talked about that, transition to the roads. So, I guess it kind of speaks to coaching too, like what coaches want, because he probably had a good idea this was going to happen. I'm talking about Schumacher.
Yeah.
Or he could have maybe even polled the athletes, hey, how many of you guys like this idea? But he still made that choice, which makes me think from a coaching perspective, at least him, I know some coaches would prefer to do it the pro side, but he chose to have the powerhouse college program over this gigantic pro team that was one of the most recognizable in the world.